So, hello and welcome to an episode of Exploring Azeroth with Beryl, except right now it's not Beryl. It's not even Onyx. Mostly because we'll see Onyx in a few minutes for the Horde side opening, but mainly because Beryl's already done this quest and I had to find an alt who had not. Because I was looking back through my playlist and oh my goodness, first things first, I've done almost 100 episodes of Exploring Azeroth with Beryl, and that is a little bit bananas to me, but it also shows just how big World of Warcraft is, because we're only on to the Cataclysm. We're only 3 expansions deep into exploring this place, and it's crazy. But I also realized that Cataclysm is going to be a fairly short series. First off, because there were not all that many zones, and second off, because we've already explored Mount Hyjal, Uldum, and the Twilight Highlands, because they're all located on either Kalimdor or the Eastern Kingdoms, so we did those in those areas. But we do have a couple of places that we still need to go. The first place being Vashj'ir, which is a lot harder to get to nowadays than it ever used to be. In fact, I had to do some digging and tracking stuff down because it's sort of one of those buried hidden quests and buried hidden zones. And you know what? With all of the issues that came along with Vashj'ir, I'm not surprised that it's kind of buried, and a lot of people don't really think about it. So, what we're going to do today is I am going to show you the opening quests for both the Horde and Alliance, just in case you actually want to go to these zones, because they're really beautiful. I mean, are they a little bit wonky with their physics? Yes, but it's not as bad as it used to seem. And like I said, the zones themselves are beautiful. So what we're going to do this week is I'm going to show you the opening quests on the Alliance side. We're going to switch to Onyx, who has never been to Vashj'ir, and open up that zone on the Horde side. And then next week, we'll have Beryl take us through and kind of just show every place around there. I'm probably also going to quest with Onyx in Vashj'ir, just so that she actually has all the flight points so that she can show you the Horde side. But if you would like to go to Vashj'ir, what you need to do is find Recruiter Burns here in Stormwind. You can see he is down here on the docks. And yes, indeed, this is the docks that you would use to go to Northrend, but we're not going to Northrend this time, folks. We're going to talk to Recruiter Burns.
Need help?
And he says, "Citizen, as you may have heard, the Horde's attacking just offshore. The fighting has been fierce and relentless. We need every able body out there repelling the enemy. Report to the northernmost dock at once for transport to the battle. Oh, and our official warships are a bit late in their scheduled return. Don't worry, though. We've commissioned mercenary vessels to serve in the meantime. Hurry along now. Stormwind needs you."
Be careful.
So all you have to do is accept that, and thankfully, we're going to go on a boat now. Yay for boats. And unfortunately, it did not show the whole fun scene with Bud, and now I am very sad. But here we are, down at the Briny Cutter in Vashj'ir, which should also open up the portals on the Portal Island,
Find your center.
which is always a good thing. And then basically, you're going to do some questing and fight a bunch of Naga. But there we go. If you wanted to open up Vashj'ir, now you know how to do it. And like I said, you do get water breathing under here, which is a very good thing, because otherwise you're a little bit up the creek. In fact, you not only get water breathing, you get water breathing and sea legs, which is extremely helpful. But to do that, you've got to get a couple of conchas, which thankfully replenish your air meter. And you also have to get some starfish and then turn them all back into the earth speaker on the briny, whatever the heck this place was, the briny conch, the briny tomb, the briny something. So we're gonna try to find a conch here. Hopefully we find it before too long. Alright, so we've got the conch, we've got the starfish, and we are turning it in. It says this region is one of the epicenters of the cataclysm that threatens to rend our world. If we manage to survive, we must discover the cause.
Keep a peaceful
So you
mind.
get your saltwater starfish, you get your conch shell, you turn it
Maintain
in,
focus.
and you get your sea
Keep
legs,
a
which is
peaceful mind.
always a very good thing. He also enchants a little bit of your shell and tells you to go out
Find
and
your
rescue your
center.
friends. But as you can see, I just wanted mostly to show you how nice sea legs are. Especially when you don't get stuck in here. You know, it's actually funny. I was about to say, I know that Vashj'ir gets a lot of hate. I mean, I understand that. But at the same time, I really don't, because I have a lot of nostalgia for Vashj'ir, because it was the first zone that I actually did in the Cataclysm. Pretty much everybody went to Mount Hyjal, and I decided I wanted to go underwater. So that's what I did. I'm a little bit sad that the cutscene with Bud is no longer in. I was kind of hoping to show you guys that, but it is what it is. Anyway, so that is how you open up Vashj'ir on the Alliance side. So I am going to switch things over to Miss Onyx, and she is going to show us how to open it up on the Horde side. Alright, Onyx is here. Say hello, Onyx. And she is at the Dranashar blockade, where if you are on the Horde side, this is where you will also pick up the quest to go to Vashj'ir. So you're going to go over here to Commander Thorak,
Loktar.
and he says, "Listen up, Blood Elf. A new landmass has emerged off the coast of the Eastern Kingdoms, and we are engaged in a critical battle for control of the island. Victory will leave Stormwind defenseless. Now is the time to strike." This might actually not be the right quest, but you know what? We'll accept it and find out. If not, then I have just discovered where the quest is that gets you to the Twilight Highlands, and I will be pretty happy about that as well. So let's see here. Is this the boat? Huh. Well, I'm gonna feel kind of silly. Nope, this is definitely to Vashj'ir.
Carefully now.
Oh. Well, we get the whole boat ride on this
Go,
side.
all aboard. That's right.
Hey, and there's Bud.
And please, pay no attention to the diversity of our crew. Rest assured, they'll deliver you safely to your destination. That being the fresh piece of land just off the coast of the Eastern Kingdoms. All right then, make ready, everyone. Here we go.
Hi, Bud.
You need something?
This ship reeks of human.
I'm a little bit sad that this didn't work on the Alliance side. What you doing, Bud?
I'm sailing! Oh, don't pay Bud no never mind. Poor feller's got a few screws missing. Shiny!
Hey,
Bud.
No!
Poor Bud. He's not quite all there in the head after being tossed around by an elemental way up in Keldanas. Alright. Well, we lost Bud, which is a little bit sad, but that's okay. Also, I seem to be glowing.
Hear my words, brothers. We sail to a virgin island. A gift from Azeroth to the Horde. Securing this land will win us our war. The enemy has fought well for alliance, but they grow weary. We shall crush what remains of them and lay claim to this land. From its shores we shall conquer Stormwind, and with it, any hope the enemy clings to.
I guess that's a noble goal.
Azeroth will be reforged under a single banner. This banner!
Blood and glory and all of those things. I don't think I'd make a passable orc. Very pretty, though. Here we are at Garok's Lament, and Bud's Dig is under us.
Captain, shipwreck off the starboard bow.
What is the meaning of this?
Oh, shipwreck. Oh,
We have a battle to win.
What the?
Stand your ground, brothers. Make it bleed.
well, I would, but I can't, so... Wah! Alright, that was as good as I'm gonna scream for y'all. Sorry about that. And there! That was what we missed on the Alliance side. So not bad. From there, both of the quests are exactly
Hello,
the
friend.
same.
Do not let the
This is not
darkness
exactly the
triumph.
battle that you had anticipated, I'll wager, but a battle nonetheless, as you shall soon see.
Maintain focus.
And there we go. He sends you off to do the exact same thing that Lantro was doing, which was get a couple of saltwater starfish, a conch shell, and then he will give you sea legs. You're going to go rescue all of your comrades. They'll be here on the ship with you, and then you begin your adventures in Vashj'ir. So I think this coming week I am going to have Onyx blast her way through Vashj'ir, because she's never done it, and that way I can find out if there's anything cool on the Horde side. I know the Alliance side pretty well, but I don't think I have ever done Vashj'ir on a Horde character. So next week, Beryl and Onyx are going to explore Vashj'ir for you, and then the week after that we will go on and explore Deepholm, which I might have to have Onyx open as well, and then we'll be moving on to a zone, well, an expansion full of zones that I adore, and that is Mists of Pandaria. So a little bit short here in the Cataclysm, but that's okay, because these are two very big zones that we have to go through. So, thank you, as always, for joining me from Onyx, and
Find your center.
my cute little gnome, Lantra, and Beryl, who wasn't actually with us today, but she was with us in spirit. Thank you, and leave me your memories of Vashj'ir if you played Cataclysm, and if you want to play Cataclysm and didn't know how to get to Vashj'ir before this. Hopefully I helped you out a little bit and showed you where to go. Say goodbye, Onyx. She's like, goodbye.